So hello everyone. Now we are gonna be discussing 1.5 day strategy plan for your favorite subject, which is law. Right? Law एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जहाँ पे काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स आर वरीड अबाउट कि सर कंप्लीट होगा कि नहीं, याद आएगा कि नहीं. दिस आर द कॉमन क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आर देयर. But I would say that if you could plan it well, trust me, you're going to be able to solve this both the problems out. And that is why we are going to be discussing this 1.5 day study plan with you guys. So we have All India Ranker 22, Aditi, who's going to be guiding all of you how to plan your 1.5 days and what all things you need to keep in mind when you're presenting a law paper. Right? So thanks, Aditi, for joining in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो I'll share the plan. Right? एक plan हमने बनाया है. I think the screen is visible. Yes. हाँ जी अदिति, बताइए कैसे लॉ को कवर करना चाहिए. What all plans and strategies student should follow.
Okay. Okay, starting with the law, मतलब थ्योरी सब्जेक्ट्स में भी थिंक कि हम सब कुछ भूल गए हैं. हमने पहले 2 बार पढ़ा है, 3 बार पढ़ा है, बट हमें लगता है कि हमें कुछ याद नहीं है. बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. when you will face the exam, you will remember everything by its own. अगर आपने 2-3 बार उसे अच्छे से पढ़ रखा है, so it same goes for audit, same goes for law, and same goes for any other theory exam. अगर आपने उसे अच्छे से पढ़ रखा है, even if you think कि आप भूल गए हो, तो आप नहीं भूले हो उसको. And starting with the law का planner, the most important chapter, no doubt, is the directors. The directors wala chapter is divided into 3 chapters: appointment and qualification of director. The second is managerial person, and third is the board meeting. Directors covers approximately 20 to 25 marks in the exam, so it needs to be covered really well. I have allocated 2 hours each to these chapters, because I believe that you have already seen the syllabus also, and you have already done the chapter very well in the past revisions. So 2 hours will be enough. Have a look at all the provisions, section number, and whatever. And one thing is, you don't need to practice all the questions, and it's even not possible to practice all the case studies. Just have a look at the case study which you have marked in the earlier revision. Like for example, there's a case study which you think has a different concept, or you think that if it comes in exam, I need to revise it once. So you must have marked in the earlier revisions. Just go through the marked case studies. Sections for learning sections, I would say, like I know it's not possible to learn all the sections, but director is an important chapter. So at least try to learn the sections of the director chapter at least. It will be helpful, and it will be an add-on in the presentation if you quote the section number. But even if you don't remember the section, just don't write the wrong one. It will surely deduct the marks. And after covering the director chapters, all the inspection, inquiry, investigation, it's a very easy chapter. Like there are many common provisions in all the sections in this chapter, and there are it will hardly take 1 hour, like 30 to 45 minutes to cover, and you can have almost direct questions is asked from inspection and investigation. Case study questions are not frequently asked from this chapter. Compromise, arrangement, and amalgamation, there are 3 to 4 topics from which case studies are asked. Case studies are there in the question bank also, and it was there in my attempt also. So read the provisions. And section numbers, again, if you think you can learn them, there is no necessity. But if you know them, then well and good. And practice the case studies also, because there are 2 to 3 types of case studies which are being asked from this paper. Operation mismanagement is a very, very small and easy chapter. There are total of 6 sections, 241 to 246, if I remember. And these are very small and easy, nothing hard in this. So it can be covered easily. Then after that, we have covered Companies Act ka main chapters. So now after covering the Companies Act, now I have allocated the economic laws: money laundering, foreign contribution, and arbitration and conciliation. For people who have 6D economic law as their elective subject, prevention of money laundering is there in that also. So it will help you, if you prepare it well now, it will be helpful in the 6D paper also. So money laundering is the not very much big chapter. It can be covered easily, and have a look at the questions which are being asked. Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, again, there are 5 to 6 important provisions there which need to be studied. And if you have studied them in the past revisions, you just have to recall what is written and what is not written, everything. Arbitration conciliation, it's again very negligible, or what to say, very easy chapter, not too like very hard or something in that. Foreign company, foreign company in the Company Act is a very small chapter, and but it's important. Generally, question is asked from the foreign company chapter. Even an MCQ is asked from the foreign company chapter, so don't leave it. Okay, SEBI. Then I have put the SEBI Act. SEBI Act is LODR regulations are somewhat similar to that what is we have studied in the audit, but there are other regulations also in law. And SEBI Act me there are if I remember, SEBI Act. There were some important provisions in the which what to say, there were penalties and everything, 11 A, B, C, D, there were a lot of penalties. So try to remember the penalties, because the MCQs are definitely asked from those penalties. So cover this chapter from the point of view of descriptive, but more from the point of view of MCQ also, because the penalties of these chapters are very important. Miscellaneous provisions as per study mat, in this chapter they have covered the Nidhi company, they have covered the registered valuer, then the dormant company. Nidhi company, in November 2010, there were a lot of amendments in the Nidhi company. The rules have been revised by the MCA, Nidhi rules. So it was important for my attempt for sure. And there were questions in my attempt for around 5 marks, I guess. Nidhi company is important. Since it is recently been amended, there's a high possibility that it will be asked in your attempt also. And IBC, it's the biggest chapter. Like when I look at the chapter, it is more than 100 pages chapter in the study material, and it's not it's the most feared chapter. But what approach I followed to study IBC is, you make a flow of that chapter. If you look at it properly, there's a complete process from the starting to the end. The chapter is divided into process, that first we have to form the COC, then they'll approve this, then they'll approve the rest. There's a complete process. If you understand that flow, if you understand the process, it will be easy for you to remember this chapter. And I can't say what is important and what is not important, because anything can be asked by the institute. So that's why I'm saying just understand the flow of the chapter and read the provisions, and see the question bank. There are very good case studies being asked in the past from this chapter. So have a look at those case studies also. And for the exam day, FEMA again is like very big chapter, and it's not possible to FEMA and winding up I have kept on the last day, because these two are the chapters which are very, very big, and it's not possible to complete it. So I'm not saying to do these chapters 100%, but still at least do the important topics, at least do the topics which were being asked in the past. Not if you can't complete these chapters completely, like FEMA may schedules are important. Schedule, current account transaction schedule, capital account transaction, these are important. ECBs is one of the important topics. At least try to cover them only. And winding up also, I don't think it's possible to cover it all, but still there are 5 to 6 important sections. Like one is that sequence of payment wala question, and other 2-3 also which are being asked in the past. You can have a look at the question bank and at least try to cover them. And at last, compounding, NCLT, NCLT, these are very small chapters. You just read them, and question may or may not be asked. Corporate secretarial practice is we generally leave this chapter, but just have a look. There are how to frame the board meeting minutes, how to frame a notice, and the institute has started asking this chapter from the past 2-3 attempts. So just in the study material, just have a look at the format of the format of the notice, meeting minutes, everything, and prepare it accordingly. So this is the sequence which I have prepared. You can modify it according to your own convenience. And if you I have allocated enough time to each of the chapters. And if you go in this sequence, I think you will be able to complete the syllabus before the exam very well.
Got it. Okay, Aditi, few questions out. Since law and audit are the theory subjects out, this may we have 30 marks MCQ and 70 marks paper, which is there. So first question is that when we should attempt this MCQs.
Okay. What I personally followed is I started the paper with the MCQ
Acha.
because
Reason?
see, a paper is of 100 marks and we have 180 minutes. So approximately 1.8 minute for each mark. So I tried to, like, I started the paper with the MCQ, and luckily the MCQs were not very difficult this time. So I was able to complete it in around 40 to 45 minutes. I was able to complete the MCQ, and then I started with the descriptive part. And in descriptive part too, start with the question which you know the very best. Because first of all, you will have, if you write the question, you will have confidence. And the other thing is, if your first question is good, it will create a good impression on the paper checker also. Other thing, what you can do is see, I attempted MCQs and first in all the 4 exams. But the other thing, it depends upon you also, that what some people, like, what they'll do is like they attempt 1 or 2 descriptive questions which they know the best. Then in the middle they attempt the MCQ, and after that they write the other descriptive. This did not suit me, so I did not adopted this method, and that's why I completed the MCQ first and then the descriptive portion.
Got it. तो preferred choices पहले करो या बीच में करो, end में मत करना.
End में नहीं.
तो because वो एक चीज है कि आप छोड़ के नहीं जा सकते हो. Right. There are high chances कि you can score good marks in MCQ and
एंड में करेंगे तो सर वो होगा कि डिस्क्रिप्टिव में अगर ज्यादा टाइम लग गया, MCQ छूट जाएंगे, तो वो नंबर, मतलब MCQ इज द अकॉर्डिंग टू मी स्कोरिंग है, तो वो गलत हो जाएगा एंड में उसको अटेम्प्ट करना.
Got it.
In the middle or either in the beginning.
Got it. And जो for the presentation out, right, I would request कि आप audit वाला video, I think आप सभी ने देखा होगा. More or less you need to just follow those strategy out. और वहाँ पे अदिति ने बहुत डिटेल में कवर किया था how to present the answers for theory subjects, right? But just a short brief, अगर अदिति आप बता पाओ कि what all things we need to present it out when you are writing a theory paper.
Okay, as sir you mentioned, the theory for theory paper, the same is there. Like first we have to write the provision, whatever provision in the law we have to write the section. For example, there's a question case study asked related to related party transactions. So we'll start with the provision as per section 188 of Companies Act. This whatever we have to write. In the second paragraph, we have to explain the case law in brief in 3 to 4 lines. Then again, we have to relate the case law with the provision and conclude whatever is asked. Read the question carefully and read whatever is being asked. Sometimes the question asks comment. Sometimes the question asks what is your view. So answer the question according to what is being asked in the question. And for the MCQs, for one thing, MCQs, again, if you have read all the things and if you have practiced enough MCQs before, you just know, you'll know that what kind of MCQs are being asked. So you'll be able to manage the MCQs. And I have covered in the audit video. It's just the same only. There's not much difference in the presentation of theory papers.
Got it. So I think that's all about law subject out. I would request all of you ki please at least prepare a plan. We are trying to give you a plan so that you can use this for examinations, right? You will be able to get this plan. You just check the link in the description. You will be able to get it in my course section. My course में जाओगे वहाँ पे you'll be getting the course. From there you'll be able to get all the plans which are there. Also, these plans are going to be uploaded in our Telegram group as well. Okay. So if you still have any queries or doubts, right, you can put it over a comment section. And I would request you to plan well. अगर कुछ लोग those who are only giving a one group, right, आपका ये last paper रहेगा first group का, उसके बाद तो definitely you will have lot of things in your life, right, which you are going to be doing. We are going to be helping you out with interview prep and training. That is of course there, right. और इसके अलावा अगर कोई queries रहा comment section में जरूर डालिए, right. Aditi and me, we are going to be checking this out and going to be helping you out. So all the best to all of you for law subject, and thanks Aditi for joining in.
Yes, everyone, all the best for everyone for the exam.
Yes.